up and do an EVP session and see. But as I'm filming now, this is actually the area of another of the accounts, the one that's on the Ellesmere golf course, which is in that very dark black area there. And it's changed a lot since then because they've done the new park and ride and everything, so it doesn't look the same. But it's just pitch black for a while. And that was the encounter that happened on Father's Day in June 2016, I think it was, where a gentleman and his friends saw something hiding in the bushes that made sign language at him and kind of clapped his hands. So we're actually heading down the East Lancs Road, going east towards Salford, and I will pick it back up again when we get there. We're about 3 miles out at the moment, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit nervous about going back because I've never been back at night, but we'll give it a try and we'll see how we go. That's the Dell, and many of you heard me speak about my site and have said that I actually remember coming to on Lancaster Road, which is there, and you can't really see it. It's that dark, there's no lights other than on this little road bit here. But I basically remember being there and thinking, oh no, there's no way I'm going that way, and I had to run obviously the opposite way home to go home, but that just keeps going, and the grass is about 5 feet high. This is the second part. Now there's a sighting in here from the 1960s of a gentleman, and I've not released it yet because I haven't got all the details, but that would be the first in the reports, as I say, the 1960s. Where we're going now, the reports are 72, 82, 86, and there was also something seen in the 70s, but that was described as a dog-like creature with yellow eyes. So we're only about 2 minutes away now, but I think we're just going to park up in the car park first, aren't we, and just see how we feel, because there's no lighting in the park. It's really, really dark, and it's really cold. The rain's freezing on the windscreen at the moment, so I don't think we're going to be out too long. But let's, hopefully let's see if we can get in there and see what happens. We're just driving into the park now, which is on my right, and my school used to be on the left, but it's not there anymore. They knocked it down. It was very Harry Potter-esque. Somebody described it as this week. Old Victorian mansion, I think. I'm probably wrong on that. It probably goes back a lot longer than that. So my school was on this side, and we're just going to drive into the park now. And this is the first time I've been back at night since. You have to take a left there, Mark. I know. So you can see out of the car headlights, for all we're in the town, it's absolutely pitch black. A little bit better when we get down into the dip, because the lights from the houses will show us. I really don't want to be here. I need to go over there, and I'm going to talk to her about just stay for a minute, sweetheart. I don't really know what to say, actually. I'm pretty lost for work. I can't get over how dark it is in there. Just turn your your lights off so we can give them an idea. Only cab ones are on, aren't they? And there's just nothing, is there? You just can't see anything. I'm not at the point where I had my encounter. Where we sat actually used to be a lake, and they drained it obviously for safety reasons, and that's the area down there that I call the dog entry. It's an old Victorian stone alleyway that's very, very steep and very, very narrow, and it was just a shortcut. We would come up from there, cut across here, and then obviously go to school, and then that all stopped for me back in 82, so I'd just do the long way around. So I'm going to tune off now, and then we're just going to sit here, I think, and do an EVP session and just see if we get anything. Now we're coming up on the old house where I was seeing him. This is the area that the lady after me saw him. We're just coming up on it now. She saw him in 1984 and described him as about 7 feet tall with a pot belly. Just in there, just where those bushes are there, and you obviously can't see them because it's really dark. That's the old mansion house that we're coming up on now, and this is the sensory garden that you often hear me speak about. But yeah, this is the house in the park. Only typical teenagers, so I don't think we'll be hanging out here for long. But other than on the main roads really, and on this part, there aren't any lights. So as I said, we're just going to park up. This is the closest I've been back, so you can see how dark it is. There's just nothing. It's absolutely pitch black. But if you're here and you can hear me, can you say something to me? Does it all lead back to that mansion and those stones that were outside? It's very eerie standing here. Well, sitting here, I should say. A bit different than it was back then, wasn't it? I'm an old woman and you're an old man now.